GD is full to the brim of hidden tricks, secret messages and Easter eggs from the good old days, but one of the earliest relics of the game is in its pre-release phase that has now been all but forgotten. With so many videos documenting the main levels, you'd most likely be able to recite each level in the order they appear off by heart, but those 7 early levels weren't always set to be that way. If you go back to the first release of the game on mobile and travel back even further than that, you may just see what I'm referring to. The original unreleased GD level when the beta version was previewed, believed to have originally been intended as level 5 before unknown reasons led to its cancellation. The level was named Ultimate Destruction and had as its theme one of the most beloved Newgrounds songs of the 1.9 update. Today we're going to be journeying back to a simpler time as we followed the story of GD's very first unreleased level and its only known lost official level, Ultimate Destruction. On the 29th of April 2013, over 5 years ago now, budding Swedish game developer RobTub Games released a preview of the beta version of his brand new mobile game, Geometry Jump. RobTub had been a fairly unknown and largely irrelevant game creator in the mobile market for a while beforehand, but Geometry Jump looked set to be a guiding light for success. It borrowed from the Impossible game, a popular console minigame that had gamers everywhere frustrated with its fast-paced rhythmic style. Geometry Jump looks set to deliver this experience on mobile with better graphics and physics. 4 months later, he would release his finished work, now renamed Geometry Dash. The mobile game became a staple in indie gaming, with the trailer attracting almost 80 million views. When showing the trailer, he demonstrated a new level, the level we now know to be level 3, Polargeist. But before this, there was another level that had been used to demonstrate Geometry Jump, with a theme and gameplay that was nowhere to be seen in the finished product. This was the lost official level that came to be known as Ultimate Destruction, given how all of the main levels were named after their theme songs. To this day, no one really knows why this level failed to make the final cut of Geometry Dash, with many deducing its placement in the main levels and discovering it had been replaced with level 5, Base After Base, which had almost identical gameplay and the theme as a song with said name by artist DJVI. After this, the level was lost and its song Ultimate Destruction by TMM43 failed to be one of the unique EDM tracks that made it into the final cut of this soon-to-be viral rhythmic platformer. It wouldn't be until late 2014, over a year later, that support was added for Newgrounds songs in custom levels. Finally, GD creators could venture outside of the main level themes to draw artistic inspiration. With this opportunity, the theme to the lost level made a return, when top 100 star grinder of the time Real Soul Dash created one of the most well-liked levels of the update, his Ultimate Level Mix, which combined all 18 of the current levels beautifully under one memorable song. And at not far off 3 minutes long, the song made for a much longer level than most were used to, but it inspired many. Just before the end of the update, in mid-year 2015, world-famous legend of the game Zobros revisited the song that was now a fan favourite and created the Ultimate Demon Mix, an incredibly hard mashup of 10 popular demons, a project which grossed over 500,000 views on YouTube. But regardless, the lost level itself never really made a reappearance in the community scene, and as we've progressed into an entirely new era of GD, it seems like a distant memory. So why wasn't it added? Why didn't Ultimate Destruction make the cut ahead of Base After Base? Well, there are a number of potential reasons. Perhaps it was the level name. RobTub named all the levels after the songs they used. Perhaps he thought Ultimate Destruction was too theatrical for such an early easy level. Or perhaps it was the length. Almost 3 minutes long, Ultimate Destruction would have been by far the longest RobTub made level ever, unless he created an abridged version like he did for many recent levels. But Ultimate Destruction is very hard to break up into sections, and so this seems unlikely. Perhaps he may have just liked Base After Base more. With Ultimate Destruction being so much longer, perhaps RobTub felt he could synchronise the gameplay he had made more smoothly and the flow of the level would be more natural to a DJVI track. Or maybe it was for a fresh start. Ultimate Destruction died along with the working title Geometry Jump. Maybe when he created the finished product he threw everything from the beta version out so he could work on new, better gameplay now he had his system refined. Any number of reasons could be behind the reason Ultimate Destruction was never released, but it's likely nobody will ever really know for sure. But what if it had been added? What if it had been featured ahead of Base After Base and Ultimate Destruction had been GD's official 5th level? Well, one thing's certain, the song would have most definitely been up there with the fan favourites. By 1.7, Clubstep and Time Machine were by far the most commonly used songs in important levels. Had a more dynamic and more beloved song like Ultimate Destruction been added, perhaps that would have become more popular ahead of the other two. Maybe, given the length of the song, it would have even paved the way for longer levels to exist. 3-minute levels weren't commonplace until 2.0, but this would have existed before the editor. Imagine how far-reaching the effects of the level would have been had it been added when GD was released. though Clubstep seems a lot darker and more of a different track to Ultimate Destruction, so therefore isn't as interchangeable. Perhaps Time Machine would have been replaced by the song as a fan favourite. Maybe we would have seen Ultimate Destruction used for the releases of big levels in the early era, Demon Park, Necropolis, and who knows, maybe even one of Son's original Hell levels would have utilised the themes. One thing is certain, all the bass after bass inspired levels would have been lost, but compared to its surrounding themes, that track didn't seem to inspire much in Geometry Dash in the years to come. Maybe Ultimate Destruction would have had a better, more significant role to play overall. And that is the story of Ultimate Destruction. If you would like to play a similar clone made by a fan, then play the level suitably named Geometry Jump, a level with 60,000 downloads reviving the dead level that is a nostalgic callback to not even the good old days but the time before this community had even formed. And with that, I will leave you with one more thought. Though Ultimate Destruction never got the chance to be an official level, it is incredibly fitting that the best and most beloved mix of all the main levels would have as its theme the lost track that never got to be part of this world famous game. I thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please help it out by giving a like, and if you're new around here, if you could consider subscribing and checking out some of my other videos, then it would really help me out. Thanks a lot guys, I'll see you all soon.